These are the world's most skilled workers. The things they can do are unreal. With the amount of strength this guy has, it's a shame his day job is hauling around gas cylinders. This mason worker knows a thing or two about rock fault lines. Just a few well-placed strikes with a mallet and the giant boulder cuts neatly into two. If this was your accountant, you'd be pretty pleased at how fast they do your tax return. But at that speed, how accurate can you truly be? These are some next-level truck driving skills. Most people struggle to reverse park in a hatchback, but this guy can slot his semi anywhere he goes. These construction workers have worked out a system that keeps tiles flowing to the guy on the roof, all while placing them perfectly in lines without dropping a single one. Not content to just chop smaller logs, this lumberjack went all out and split the chopping block too. Man, these hipsters are getting jacked.
Bad boy.
I've heard of stacking cups, but stacking bowls is a whole other story. These guys are able to expertly stack them in a pyramid without breaking a sweat. At first glance, this team of grocers really know how to efficiently move piles of melons, but pay attention to the main guy in the middle.
Oh, that's hot. That's hot.
As great as technology is, I don't think it's quite at this guy's level yet. Inspired by his car's windscreen wipers, this guy's invented a smarter way to smooth out the wet cement in his brand new driveway.
Yeah, boy.
No, this isn't someone painting in reverse. This scraper is how an old paint job is removed without having to paint directly over. When you've been packing plates for a while, you tend to get really good at it. In less than 10 seconds flat, this worker is able to pack a full box of plates, tape up the box, and start on the next one. While most people opt for the stairs, this guy's mastered what's called the Australian rappel. Hey, when you only have 30 minutes for lunch, you gotta leave the job site fast. No, he's not vacuuming the grass. This is how golf course staff cut the lawn on hilly areas. One thing all these labor shortages have done is really given some service staff a chance to hone their skills. When you have this much balance and a steady arm, you only need one waiter for an entire restaurant.
Oh, hi, Mark.
With enough strength and a big enough chainsaw, Robert Ebner can slice through big logs like a hot knife through butter. When withdrawing money out of the bank, who would you rather, an automatic teller machine or this superhuman money counter? What do you get when you cross a boomerang and some pizza dough? A snack that keeps coming back. This street chef has mastered the art of dough twirling, giving his customers a meal and a show at the same time. To cool down your water supply, just have an expert ice handler to occasionally drop large ice blocks into your water tank. He's able to grasp a huge block of ice and flip it a few times before landing in the water tank's hatch. When you're a bartender, all you do is pop bottles for a living. This girl's got the 5-way bottle top pop mastered, rarely having to come back and finish the job.
Oh, baby.
They say teamwork makes the dream work, and it's especially true for these guys who need to get freshly mixed concrete all the way up to the top level. This Chinese chef is so masterful with his blade he can cut into a cucumber without slicing all the way through. But he's not just precise, he's fast too. The result is this delicate work of art that can stretch forever. When you see celery in the supermarket, you can thank this guy for its perfect presentation. This goes to show that you can take even the most simple of tasks to the next level. Just watch them go. This guy's figured out a way to keep his hands in his pockets while still being productive at the office. He turns hard labor into a walk in the park. If you thought watching this dessert chef fill each cake tray with batter is satisfying, wait till you see how every single last drop is used to finish the last mold.
Wow.
Despite the obvious health violations going on here, you gotta respect the way this street chef lays pancake after pancake from his fist of batter. His unwashed hands are the secret ingredient. This chef makes the whole process look simple, but there's nothing easy about mixing batter onto a hot rotating frying pan and maintaining an even texture. Work smarter, not harder. That's the motto of this girl as she expertly guides a bundle of bamboo down a pre-dug channel all the way down the hill. Now I know this is just a cool way to remove the excess paint of a painter's roller brush, but can't help but feel that the yellow paint is actually nacho cheese sauce. Okay, now I'm hungry.
Tasty.
Rather than one person taking half an hour to clean the escalator glass, this team of 5 cleaners uses a little brain power and some serious teamwork to do the job in mere seconds. Cutting thin potato slices at speed all while not looking? Now that's a skill that makes my fingers hurt just watching. This rancher is cleaning off the leaves of a giant agave plant. It's way too big to use a paring knife, so she uses the next best thing, a shovel. It's harvest time, and this farmer's figured out a way to cut the leaves off his crops at full speed while leaving the fruit intact. He's so good, I'll bet he's amazing at Fruit Ninja. The skill, precision, and control this lady possesses is strangely hypnotic. She expertly puts the exact same amount in each cake tray mold, making no mess and not spilling a drop. Somehow I thought the making of license plates was an automated process. Turns out this guy rolls black paint over the raised section of the plate to give it that fresh finish. This lady's able to pour thick sesame paste into a container without spilling a drop. Her aim's so perfect, there's no mess left anywhere. I've always wondered how athletes and celebrities can sit down and sign 100 autographs in an hour or so. Their hands would be killing them. Not only does this production line worker have some fast boxing skills, but he also doesn't mind adding a bit of flair in at the same time. With a big enough roller, a whole stack of paint, and skills like his, it takes no time at all to completely paint one wall.
That's right, brother.
This guy normally has no problems getting down and dirty, but he's now discovered a way to not only keep his pants clean, but get the job done much quicker too. When it comes to big, heavy jobs, gravity and downhill slopes are your friend. While not entirely straight, it sure beats rolling it out by hand.
Nice.
It's this worker's job to sew bags of grain ready for transport, and it's pretty obvious this isn't her first time. At least if this job doesn't work out, I'm sure she'd be an amazing surgeon. This road worker turns a normally tedious job into a high-speed display of skill. In a matter of seconds, he's able to lay a top layer of asphalt over a new driveway. This guy's fast stamping fingers are able to mark almost every paper in record time. Sure, he missed a few, but with that kind of speed, he's able to do hundreds in just seconds. With extreme precision, this worker sliced the same pieces of wood over and over again. This guy's either creating the fastest mosquito coil in the world, or this is a noodle-making method only the most skillful can master. If you're transporting goods across treacherous roads, you want the safest, most skilled driver available. Well, how about this guy, who can maneuver across a narrow steel beam without once falling off? Who needs a ruler or any sophisticated measuring tools when you have a steady hand and a good eye for symmetry? This worker marks out the lanes of a running track with pinpoint accuracy and no tracing required. This rollout roofing takes a whole lot of skill to do right, but with one flick of the wrist, a day's work is done in no time. When attempting this hammer spinning routine, there's usually one of two likely outcomes. The first one, you pull it off and look like a tool expert, or you fail and end up being hammered. Yeah! No matter how precise you think automated production lines are, there's generally always a real person at the end cleaning up afterwards, and that person's usually as skilled as this worker. Painting road signs is still a manual process. All you need is a steady hand, a big stencil, and enough yellow paint to stay within the lines.
Perfect.
Driving on icy roads is dangerous enough as it is, but driving a snowplow at full speed along a highway with black ice and snow piled up, that either takes a whole lot of skill or not enough brain power.